Hi, this is John Birmingham, and Al or Owl Bob needs someone's help. I think he needs help because he's homeless pretty much. Um, you can send him money at the dude awake 42 at gmail.com. I'll mention that again and I'll put it in the video description. Now, he is pretty much homeless. Here's the true story about what happened to this man. He's homeless now, but he has like a shack in the woods that doesn't really have heat, and it's in snowy weather. It has probably snowed there. It's in the mountains somewhere. He calls it the deep green, and um, he's 70 years old. Uh, and he gets social security or something like that, but it's not a lot, and food stamps, but it's not a lot. So I'm going to show you his some stuff about him. I'm going to show you some stuff about him. He was at one time successful. Um, I'll show you this Access show that he did. This was just a fun thing he did. But he worked as an electrician. He's a brilliant electrician. He is a brilliant electrician, really good electrician. I think he's been doing it since he was 9 years old. I think he's been working paid for it since he was 14 to about 30s, and then he took care of his parents and did other jobs, and mostly took care of his parents, and they lived to be like 103 or 98, 90s, hundreds, something like that, and he took care of them, and he at one time managed his parents' real estate business. Or yeah, his dad was in the army, really high ranked, and then he said, I'm going to get into real estate or do something different because he didn't like the traveling or whatever it was. And he managed his father's business at one time and bought all these properties and was making money, but then his dad said, "Get out of here," or something like that to him. And he ended up with kind of a lot of money. He wasn't a millionaire, but he had kind of a lot of money. Al. And then he did fun things. He lived with Aborigines. He did art show stuff in New York, and he was a documentary filmmaker and stuff. He didn't get as technically into it and creatively into it as I did with my filmmaking, but he did various different things. And then when he worked on that for a while and he was tired of it, he quit, and he was like, okay, that ran its course, and he'd do something different, or he'd take a break and go travel Europe. Anyway, he's in a lot of my videos. Al Bob. You just look up Al Bob, and he shows up in the videos right on Google. On my page here, second search result. Rainbow gatherings. He says he invented rainbow gatherings with a group of other people. They made the first rainbow gathering. And he has a bunch of these videos on my channel. There's a lot of these videos on my channel. Anyway, here's my channel. You go to John Birmingham. You go to look up John Birmingham on YouTube. Get to my channel. It's John with 5 E's. YouTube.com/John with 5 E's. Scroll down, and it has my playlist right on my main page. Right on my main page. Dreamtime with Owl Bob. And here's the playlist. Here's the playlist. Has all these videos. This is, I think, one of his most popular ones. It has like 100,000 views. Um, this was the one that started getting really big,
You know,
really big, and then I had to put it on unlisted or private because it was making me incredibly depressed. It was like it started to get huge. And as it was getting big, really big, I had to put it on unlisted or private because it was flooding my email box. I hate you. They all hated me. They wanted me to die. They they said, get that kid with the videographer out of here. He's an idiot. All this mean stuff. It was getting really big. And as it was getting huger, this is the first time I've ever had to do things because it was attacking my entire channel. It was against me. And it was showing him as this best one. And I had to put it on unlisted for like a few hours. And then I figured out how to explain in the video description and stuff. I said, I can't do this. It's really hurting me. I couldn't do it. So then I put the comments on private and I left the video up like a few hours later. And it kept getting pretty big. And it got kind of big, but not as big as we had thought. And we ended up getting along again. And I let him live here for free. And we did videos for a while and they got kind of big. Not really, a few 100,000 views, but it got a lot of but it got, how despite the not huge views, it got a lot of subscribers, and I was getting like a few thousand views on every new video. And now I'm not getting as much in the new videos, but I'm still getting views on my old videos. um and it's doing okay enough. But he needs somewhere to stay. He stayed here for free for a long time, and it was costing me money. He was cooking meals, but I was paying for all the food. And he said, "Oh, I bought the groceries." He didn't really buy the groceries. I had to spend a lot of money, and um, he helped me in a few things, but not as not that he couldn't work as hard at his age. He has various pains, and he goes to the hospital and stuff. He goes to the hospital like once a month or once every couple months or a few months or a few times a month. But he can walk around, and he's kind of like a regular 70 something year old or 60s or 70s. But he had at one time gained a lot of weight because he kind of, I don't want to say why, but I know why he did it. He kind of gave up and he was like, I'm just going to eat as much food as I feel like until I'm dead, he thought. And then um he didn't it didn't kill him, and they're going to hurt him in the hospital. So he said, I'm out of here. He got his friend who was a lawyer to let him just get out of there. And he went home and went in a diet, and he lost like 200 pounds or whatever, 140 pounds or something. And then he had diabetes, and he has to be careful, and it gave him a little bit of a worry about his health. And he can't work very hard. He can't work that hard, but he can work sometimes. I don't know, maybe not, because he's kind of in pain for various things. Sometimes he can work like a few hours at a time. And but he can't work like a few hours every day. I think he just can't. And especially with COVID-19, he's at his age, he can't risk getting it. But you can send him money. You can send him money at thedudeawake42 at gmail.com. I had all these links and stuff about him. And I still have him. He's still on my channel. We may do more videos or not, but it costs money, I think, to have him here. I'm not sure. Maybe free. I don't know. I may just let him stay. I think I'll earn money by him being here because he can help me do electric on the house, I think. I don't know. It's kind of like he would just stay, and it may I may lose hundreds of dollars a month. I may break even. I don't know. Um, I'm. It's quite something having another human being who you're just friends with living in your home space at your house. So, um, here's his email. The Dude Awake. The Dude Awake. The Dude Awake 42 at gmail.com. And you can PayPal him money. You can PayPal him like $5, $2, $100, $100, $300. You know, something to help him get heat in where he lives, or stay somewhere in case he can't stay at my house. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get him to stay at my house my best, but it's kind of I don't know if I can talk about a lot of it, but I don't want it to cost like hundreds of dollars a month is one thing, and I think it won't. I don't know, but I don't want to make him work, and I don't know. Maybe it'll work out okay. He wants me to have no caffeine. He wants me to have no caffeine. He thinks that it annoys me or something. I think it does too. I think that was the problem, but I don't know. I'm gonna try no caffeine and see if I don't know. That's his email, the dude awake at gmail, the dude awake 42 at gmail.com, because he's, I don't know, the dude awake 42 at gmail.com. That's what his email is. He's 42 years old. um so there's his email. Please send him money, or you just go to paypal.com and send him some money. Anything that you can help him with will go towards paying his bills and helping him to have heat in this crappy shack that he's got out in the woods with no heat. He says he just gets by on heating blankets, but if he can afford a little more electricity, he has electricity in it that he runs like with I don't know where he gets electricity from. But then maybe he'd have heat there, or it'll help pay for his basicness things that he needs. I don't know, his hospital bills. Any money that you can send him will help, because he's literally living in a shack in the woods with no heat in the wintertime, and he's older now and has some health concerns. So you can send him money, and I'm going to try to get him to stay at my house for free, but it's quite a thing having another human being live at my house who's not my wife and kids. If you can imagine having someone here, but maybe I can. Maybe I just got to quit caffeine. Maybe I just got to quit caffeine, because I think that was agitating me when he was talking to me. I don't know. And then I can find a way that I can make it through winter. He can help me with electricity. There's some electrical things he can help me with in the house. At the house. On this house, so there's more electric done to it. He can do that. He's really good at electricity. He was a licensed electrician, I believe. He was in the union. He was in one of the unions, and he worked. One time he got paid, like, he did these big jobs a long time ago, and now he doesn't do it as much because he physically it's kind of big stuff for him to do at that age with his body and stuff, himself. And you know, he gets money, Social Security. I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much it is. It could be $200 a month. I think it's more than that, or it could be 800 something or 400 something. I thought it was 400 something, but I don't know what he gets. He gets some sort of government money and food stamps, but they stopped his food stamps. So I don't know. But he says he wants to stay here, but I don't know. Thinks he has some of the wrong ideas. He that I'm that I believe in. He's not into the New Testament. I believe in the New Testament and God and Jesus, kindness to others, kindness to myself. I don't believe in the Old Testament, all of it, but I believe in some of the Old Testament because it's the Bible. And that's like everything that I believe in. That's pretty much everything I believe in. And he thinks it's a business thing and he's kind of against it or something. Maybe having him here, I can explain to him the truth, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping that he doesn't walk in and act like he's in my personal space and weighs heavier than me and walking straight through towards me or something like he's big. Or he did that one time and I was like, get out of here. And I'm pretty strong. I weigh like 220 pounds or 210 pounds or whatever it is. And he was like 240, but he doesn't act big and strong. Like, he's frail. He's at his age he's really frail. He used to think his foot would fall off. It's not gonna fall off. It's not gonna fall off. But he says he has Charcot leg, this other stuff, diabetes, neuropathy. He says in his videos, and I know he says that, and he does have it because he had gotten up to 400 pounds, and then he had to lose the weight. He kind of gave up on the will to live. I think at one time said he's gonna eat himself to death, and then when he got heavy enough, he was like, "Wow, this could hurt." He was in the hospital and he had to lose weight, or they're gonna do these bad things to his body, and he lost the weight. He lost all the weight, and he's older. He's older, so if you want to give him money, if you would like to give him money, you can. I'm figuring out what work you can do to my house because I hope he's okay, but I think he's okay. But he's like, he has some ideas like against, I don't know. He's kind of, he thinks it's okay to be against, I don't know. I don't know. I have to see how we interact with one another when he gets here. I'll probably let him stay. I'm just not going to drink coffee that day and be calm. Instead of drinking like 10 or 20 cups of coffee or even a few cups that day, I'm not going to have. The dude awake 42 at gmail.com. This is his email. The dude awake 42 at gmail.com. You can PayPal him. I'm gonna go. I don't know what else I can say about. Oh, I can show you Potato Wolf. I used to watch it when I was a kid. When I was small, when we visited New York, when we visited my grandmother in New York, it was the big public access show. And I remember seeing it a few times or once or a few times. It was called Potato Wolf, and he was one of the producers on it. And you can look it up, Potato Wolf. I thought that was kind of neat. And that was just one of the things he did for a while and had fun doing, and then he'd travel the world and go be with he'd hang out with the Aborigines. He worked on things. He said he was an EMT in various jobs that he had, and he worked for his parents. He helped them be okay the last like 20 or something 30 years of their life, 20 something years of their life. And that's when he gained the weight. He gave up. And then he lost the weight. Now he's okay, but he has the health problem. So the dude awake 42 at gmail.com. Here it is. The dude awake 42 at gmail.com. Somebody texted me. I don't know where that phone is. I'm going to look up Potato Wolf. I'm going to look up Potato Wolf. Why is it giant? I'm going to make the screen smaller. Potato Wolf. Potato Wolf. This was like an ambient art, an ambient sound, early 80s TV show, Potato Wolf. New York City. Potato Wolf, New York City. Here it is. They had collab projects. This is it, I think. Unsubscribed. You can see Potato Wolf on here. This is pretty cool. It was like these kind of art 1980s, early 80s TV show. They had all different kinds of people in it. And the people who produced it supposedly went on to produce MTV. Some of the producers of the show went on to produce MTV in around 1984. And he was one of the producers. So he did good things. He did pretty interesting, pretty good things. And that's it. Right to Al. I think that's it. I think that's it. Ooh. I think that's it. Here he is. The Dude Awake 42 at gmail.com. The Dude Awake 42 at gmail.com. The Dude Awake 42 at gmail.com. You can send him money on PayPal. Go to paypal.com. Start an account. You just give him your debit card number. PayPal is very safe. People don't rip you off on there as long as you don't send the wrong people money. This is really Al. You can see him in all my videos of his videos. Not all my videos. He's only in some of my videos, but not every single one. He's in some of my videos. You can see him all my videos on his channel and stuff or whatever. On my playlist, it's called, for Dream Time with Al Bob. Okay, you get the idea. The Dude Awake 42 at gmail.com. You can start a PayPal account unless you don't want to, and you just send him money on there. So he'll be okay, and I'm going to try to let him stay here with me. PayPal. There are other ways to send people money, but he has an account already with PayPal, and you can send him money on there. I think there's MoneyGram. You just put your credit card on there. You send some Cash App. It's called, actually. It's called Cash App. They have other ways to send money. It's not as complicated as Western Union. But you should be careful about sending people money. And I don't want to be annoyed by stuff. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Bye. Click like in the video, subscribe. This is John Birmingham. Bye. Send Al money at thedudeawake42@gmail.com on his PayPal if you want to help him. Okay. Bye. Bye.